Okay, so the answers from the last slide was 2 plus or minus I. That actually can be written into two separate answers, 2 plus I and 2 minus I. And those are called complex numbers because they have the little I in there. They're complicated is how I like to look at them, even though they're really not. So when a graph crosses the x-axis and it actually touches the x-axis, those x-intercepts are called real roots because they actually touch the real axis and you can get real numbers out of them. When a graph doesn't cross the x-axis, like in our prior example, we call those solutions complex roots. So two new words for you today, real roots and complex roots. Here's our last example for today. Go ahead and graph y equals x plus 3 in parentheses squared plus 4. And again, if you did that, you would see that it does not cross the x-axis. So it has complex roots. We can solve this one this time without the quadratic formula. I mean, you could actually use it if you wanted to. You could FOIL all this out and use the quadratic formula, but that is a lot of work. So let's go ahead and try this one without the quadratic formula. The first thing we're going to do is set y equal to 0. So 0 equals x plus 3 in parentheses squared minus the 4. Move the 4 over. See my little arrow here? Move it over. So I move it over to the other side. I get negative 4 equals x plus 3 in parentheses squared. I'm going to square root both sides. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So I get the square root of negative 4 equals the square root of x plus 3 squared. Again, I need to simplify the square root of negative 4. So a negative 1 is the same as I squared. So this can be rewritten as the square root of 4I squared. I take the square root of 4, I get 2. I take the square root of I squared, I get I. So this left side here is 2I. And because I introduced the square root symbol to the problem, it is plus or minus I. So plus or minus 2I equals x plus 3. So that's we're down here now. And then finally, move the 3 over and you get negative 3 plus or minus 2I. They usually like the I term to be second. It will be very rare for you to see that being first. So get used to writing it with the real number first and then the imaginary one second. So negative 3 plus or minus 2I. And then that's it for today. So go ahead and get ready to take your quiz. Use your notes and everything on there. And if you are spinning your wheels, please contact me via email and I will try to give you some hints on what you need to do to be successful. Thank you. Miss you guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.